Oakland, Adrian Beltre will go down as one of the best two-way third basemen to ever play the game. The 39-year-old future Hall of Famer has belted 469 home runs in his storied career, while winning 5 Gold Gloves at the hot corner. But even Beltre has had to stop and take notice of A's 25-year-old rising star Matt Chapman. "He's done great," Beltre said. "He is great defensively and can be even better offensively. It's good to see young guys like that come up and play the game the right way and play hard. I'm a fan. I haven't seen a lot of people come up and show how good they can be. Maybe Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado, those guys. It's definitely an honor to be considered in that category," Chapman responded. "To hear him say things like that means I'm doing the right stuff. I feel like I've got a lot of work to do, but I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot." A Southern California native, Chapman grew up watching Beltre play for the Dodgers. "I was a huge fan," Chapman smiled. "I've always loved to watch good baseball players and he was somebody I always looked up to. It's been fun to play against him. It's been pretty cool to meet him. I got a bat signed by him." Throughout his young career, Chapman has dazzled fans and scouts alike with his almost cartoonish defensive ability. This season, he has taken his offense to another level, slashing .275, .361, .505. Since the All-Star break, Chapman leads all of baseball with 22 extra base hits, including 7 home runs. "But he'll still take a great defensive play over a homer. Making a play on defense, for sure," he answered, without hesitation. "Defense, it's a lot more hard work to get the job done or do whatever you need to do. You still feel good about it, but for me, the defense is just more natural and more fun. Sometimes when I do things with the bat, I almost surprise myself, whereas defensively, I feel like I'm just really in the moment, and expect those kind of things." Chapman and Beltre will go head-to-head Tuesday night when the A's host the Rangers. Like the rest of the baseball world, Beltre has been amazed by Oakland's remarkable run to the top of the AL West. "As a baseball fan, I don't think anybody thought they would be competing with Houston like they are," he said. "They have played well. It's always a good story when the underdog comes out and plays the way they have. It's nice to see a team like that putting it together and competing with the guys who are supposed to be leading the division." Programming note: NBC Sports California is looking back at the A's 50 memorable moments since the franchise relocated to Oakland in 1968. Below are the next 2 moments you can vote on. Tune in to A's pregame live today at 6:30 p.m. to watch highlights of the 2 moments. After the A's and Rangers conclude, tune in to A's postgame live to see which moment will move on to the next round. 1. Scott Hatteberg's walk-off home run to extend A's winning streak to 20 in 2002. New winner, defeated A's winning 2012 AL West title on final day of the season. From Ben Ross: "Every A's fan remembers where they were when Scott Hatteberg hit the biggest home run of his career." With Oakland and Kansas City tied at 11 in the bottom of the 9th, Hatteberg hit a pinch-hit walk-off home run, giving the A's their 20th straight win, a new American League record. Incredibly, the Athletics had blown an 11-0 lead in the game. The Royals scored 5 runs in the 4th inning, 5 more in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th to tie the game at 11. But Hatteberg came to the rescue, sending the sellout crowd of more than 55,000 into a frenzy. Hatteberg hit 15 home runs that season, and 106 in his career, but only this one ended up in Hollywood. Hatteberg was portrayed by Chris Pratt in the 2011 film, Moneyball, vs. 2. Rickey Henderson steals 130 bases in 1982, from former A's infielder, outfielder and current NBC Sports Bay Area analyst Bip Roberts. "Some guys are different. Rickey was different. Base stealers have no fear on the bases and they bring fear to all defenses. As a middle infielder, when Ricky got on base, it would shorten up my range. I'd have to get closer to second base, and therefore, ground balls that wouldn't normally get through would get through for hits. So what Ricky really did was, as a guy who really wanted to emulate what Ricky did, was he showed us an image of what leadoff hitters and base stealers could do and how we could take over games, and he became one of our favorites, and we all tried to emulate that. You start thinking about stealing over 100 bases, you start thinking about health because you know that you're going to be taking a pounding. And Ricky didn't slide feet first, he went head first, which means that he was always susceptible to injury, whether it be fingers, wrist, or jamming a shoulder, or maybe getting tagged at the top of the head and hurting his neck. So there was always a risk. But to steal over 130 bases in one season, and in 1982 was really my first year in pro ball, and I thought, if that's the goal, that's the bar. I don't know how anyone's going to reach that bar, because no one had stole that many bases before, and not only stole that many bases, but really changed the game like Ricky did, because now the pitchers paid more attention to us base stealers. Pitchers started releasing the ball in 1.5 seconds, and all of a sudden Ricky totally changed the game, and it was a record that we never thought would be broken. Vote here, which at Athletics' 50th anniversary moment was more memorable? The winning moment will move on to the next matchup, A's on NBCS, at Nevis East Athletics, August 21, 2018. Oakland. Baseball is just a game. It's easy to lose sight of that when you are battling for playoff position and every game matters. For Oakland A's slugger Chris Davis, he was reminded of this fact during pregame. On Monday evening, when a special guest dropped by the dugout to meet him, Anthony Slocum, a 6th grader from Claremont Middle School in Oakland, is a big-time fan of Davis. He's also in remission after battling a rare cancer called Langerhans cell histiocytosis. Before the game, Slocum met Davis as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation and asked for an autograph. Davis returned the favor, having the 10-year-old sign the back of his jersey before the A's took on the Texas Rangers. 10-year-old Anthony Slocum asked Chris Davis for an autograph. The A's slugger asked for one back, then hit a mighty home run. More from at Janine Cap, https://t.co/duran6s1kh pic.twitter.com/mjulkin, AP Sports, @app_sports, August 21, 2018. With blue ink sprawled across the back of his uniform, Davis stepped to the plate and gave Slocum an incredible memory to hold on to, blasting a towering shot into the left field bleachers. There was a lot of emotion with those kids' situation, Davis said following the game. It's the worst situation you can be in, probably. I just wanted to put a smile on his face and thought maybe it would mean something if I had my jersey signed by him. These events play out often in professional sports, but Davis was moved by his experience Monday. The A's leader in home runs crushed a ball that careened off a luxury box window an estimated 438 feet from home plate. As he rounded the bases, he did so with his newly found friend in mind. I thought about him around the bases, Davis said. There's not a better feeling than hitting a home run. And if he got some excitement and joy from watching that, I hope he saw it. Davis only had a few minutes to spend with Slocum before the game, but it left him energized. The home run was Davis's 37th of the season, tying for second place in the majors, one behind the Red Sox. J.D. Martinez, when asked whether he considered swapping out for a new jersey before the game, Davis gave a definitive, "No, I wanted to rock that. I wanted him to know I was thinking about him." Davis said, the A's are having a season of big moments. Coming away with a 9-0 win over the Rangers is great for the win-loss record, but for one fan, this was a game he'll never forget.